Hi folks, thanks for joining me today at Naturally Curious UK Manor. It's a dull grey day, even though it's the 10th of June. I can see some swifts flying about, but it's even just starting to spot about a little bit with rain. So I better crack on and tell you what this video is about. As announced in my recent Facebook exclusive, which was about the willow warbler, the song of the willow warbler, today's video is about something called buzz-pollination. What on earth is that, I hear you ask? Well, stick with us and I'll show you. What we're looking at here is part of a rambling rose on the western fence of the garden. But what you can also see and hear is a buff-tailed bumblebee. The buzzing sound you can hear though is not the sound of its flight. No, it's something else altogether. So as well as that video footage you've just seen, I also recorded some separate sound footage, is that the right word? Maybe. But anyway, I made a separate sound recording which I've now opened up here on my computer in Audacity, which is the wonderful free open source sound editing software, which I like to recommend. But as you can see, this sound file is rather quiet, so let's just select it all. Effect, amplify, and go with the default values. That will give us a nice visible sound wave, and much as it's good to be able to see the sound wave, it doesn't actually give us the information that we're after for this purpose. But I'm just going to highlight that little section there and play it. That sound, I happen to know, was the sound of the buzz which the bumblebee makes during flight. Whereas this section along here, I highlight that and play it. Different sound, still a buzz, but much higher frequency. That's the sound the bumblebee makes when it's in the rose flower. And we can get more information about that if we expand the audio track down to the bottom of the window. And we come over to the little black chevron here, and instead of having a waveform which is displayed at the moment, if we click spectrogram, just wait for a few seconds, there it is. Now that is the spectrogram. Now instead of having the y-axis as showing amplitude, on this display the y-axis, if I actually use my cursor rather than pointing with my finger, it works better. The y-axis there is showing frequency instead of amplitude. So if we come along to this section here, and I'll just highlight that and we'll play it again. That was the buzz of the bumblebee in flight, and I'm just going to expand the y-axis, and if we look at where that section has the brightest white or the greatest amplitude, it's at a frequency of about 0.4 kilohertz or 400 hertz. Now if I collapse that y-axis again and we go along to the section, where is it, about here, this should be where the bee is in the flower. Right, and the brightest part of that section there, where the amplitude is at its greatest, is not at 400 hertz but more like 4400 hertz. So it's 11 times faster than the flight buzz. So what's happening there is that the bumblebee is agitating its flight muscles much faster than normal, the purpose of which is to shake off the pollen from inside the anthers of the rose flower. How cool is that, eh? Absolutely brilliant. So that was the fascinating world of buzz pollination. Amazing the way that nature interacts with itself. The bees and the flowers and the whole thing of buzz pollination or sonication. But hope you found that interesting and fascinating as I did, and hope you'll join me again soon at Naturally Curious UK Manor. And like I always like to say, keep enjoying the wonders of nature where you are, and like my friend John Paul likes to say, stay safe and stay sane.